Welcome to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast, your podcast for all things motorsports. With your hosts, Sean Chavarella, Stephen Clary, and Taylor Moore.
Hear that music?
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Spare Parts Racing. I'm your host, Sean.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Taylor.
And welcome to another episode where we talk all things motorsports. And I feel like we have quite a bit to talk about this week. So where do you guys want to begin? Is there anything on your mind that you want to start off with that you really want to get into? We have a couple of races we can talk about that happened over the weekend. We have some races coming up we can talk about. Anything in the news? Passing it off to you.
Didn't even open all the news things. Hang on.
Was there news?
Little late now.
Well, no, okay. Do we want to do news first? Because I feel like there's one that could really shake up this weekend, and I don't think I've seen anything today from press conferences.
Okay.
Like F1 related?
Yes.
Is it
Pause
F1?
for yes. The whole thing that Horner may be out after this weekend.
Oh, funny. I
Yeah,
actually haven't seen anything about this.
I saw this like 30 seconds before we started this, so I actually have no idea.
Yeah. So there was basically a bunch of rumors going around that Red Bull would give Horner the boot after all the shit that happened last year. And the reason it's at the top of my mind, we were talking about the London trial. Great things going on in the world. But apparently, well, this is according to Helmet, so take it with a massive grain of salt. No overhaul on the management side in sight. So, who knows?
So reading between the
I don't
lines
know.
here. So basically, depending on whatever the hell happens with this misconduct situation and trial, basically, or is it mediation, whatever it is, it's whatever is going on behind the scenes because no one knows. That determines Horner's future, basically. Is that what kind of we're getting at?
Yeah. Well, it would be the future of Horner, and then also who knows what the knock-ons are of that. It's the future of Red Bull, who is now, that would be what? They had Newey leave, they had Jonathan Wheatley leave. Horner would be the third, high level executive leaving the team within 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a driver. That doesn't exactly scream stability or give me confidence in the future.
Which I
So
think,
who knows what?
well, if you want to talk about confidence in the future and your star driver Max Verstappen, it could explain why he is looking elsewhere or possibly wanting to do things outside of F1.
Yep.
Yeah, where was he? Where did he go again? He was at Nürburgring.
I think he was doing
under a false name,
what was it? Was it Franz Herman or something like that?
something like that.
I think it was
So-
Franz Herman. He put on the side of the car so no one was suspicious, and then he rocks up to Nordschleife test to run a Ferrari. So if you would have started 2023 telling Taylor, "Hey, Max Verstappen's going to drive a Ferrari," she probably would have lost her mind.
I would
Not-
have lost my mind.
Not the
I would have
Ferrari,
lost my
though.
mind.
Not the one you wanted it to be, unfortunately. GT3 Ferrari, because I think he wants to do the Nürburgring 24-hour, the Nordschleife 24-hour race. So he has to get all his stuff there, and it's funny because we've said this for a while, how clearly the streaming and endurance racing side that he seems to have a lot of fun with his buddies away from F1. He's finally kind of reaching out to do that in real life, which I think is definitely where Max Verstappen's future in racing is. I think he's already tired of F1.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, the politics are exhausting, and probably the instability of just the Red Bull situation. He just might just be done with it. And he's very clear that he doesn't really care about the records at all. So it's not like he would want to stay in F1 to try and have the most world champions. He just doesn't care. So I think he'll just go wherever he feels like he's going to enjoy it the most. He just wants to race. He's just a boy, wants a race car and to go fast.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, is that kind of the biggest news stuff from this week? Just came out of Red Bull is the Horner stuff and Max Franz Herman testing stuff. That's kind of the biggest news this week, right?
Yeah, and I was sort of hoping there'd be something else, but it looks like they've all sort of tapped it down. It's also apparently Red Bull's 400th race as a constructor, which is terrifying.
No.
When did they become a team? Like 2004,
late 2000s,
I think.
Mid-late 2000s.
Wow. Okay.
So, makes sense. So, yeah, just terrifying how the wheels of time roll on.
2006, yeah. Damn.
So, that's apparently why they everybody was like, no, we're not focusing on this. We're focusing on 400th race as a team.
Damn, I was wrong. Well. It was neither 4 or 5 or 6. It was 5.
Actually, fuck. We should have known it was at least 2005 because that's when Revenge of the Sith came out and they had the really kick-ass
yeah,
in Monaco.
Of course.
Oh,
that
yes,
should have been the
Star Wars.
I am listening to Horner's book, not Horner, Newey's book.
What book is that?
Oh, I don't know. Sorry, it's actually if it's the Horner one.
Messages I never.
Yeah.
The WhatsApp messages I never sent.
Yeah, that's the Horner book. Yeah, the Newey book. Very fascinating. Very, very fun. Taylor, you've read it, right?
No.
Oh, I thought you have. Okay.
No, but it's on the list. The ever long list.
Yeah, the never getting shorter to be read list. Yeah.
I keep getting good recommendations, so it'll get on there.
Okay, anyway. Yeah, so listening to the Adrian Newey book. I haven't got to the Red Bull part yet, and I'm very fascinated to see how that is. Maybe by this time next week we can circle back on the whole Red Bull conversation with the Newey stuff.
Who knows?
I do wonder, like, how much of that played into him leaving. Maybe being done with Horner. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there were tensions behind the scenes that we didn't know about.
It's either tensions that made him want to quit, or he just wanted to quit and be done. But then Lawrence Stroll just, when he gives you a big bag of money,
And
you kind of got to say yes.
Maybe he just wanted a new challenge.
Yeah. When the Monopoly man walks up and says, "You can pass go," you pass go.
I don't know. Like, I also wonder if maybe, like, dominance gets boring, right? Like, you know, you have a good car. You're always winning. But, like, at some point, that's not a challenge anymore, right?
I want the ultimate challenge, making Lance Stroll a viable driver.
That would be the ultimate challenge. Hey, he is
he's
number one.
Currently the better one.
He is the number
he
one
is
driver.
number one there.
Actually, if you go based on pace, I saw a thing today that basically had the pace of all the F1 guys, like compared to their teammates' race pace. Yeah, Stroll is second last. The last is actually Tsunoda compared to Max.
I mean, fair.
But
That's highly unsurprising.
exactly. Huh. But yeah, anyway, that's all for news. I don't know what to do for talking about races this weekend. Because realistically, it was more of the same in IndyCar.
Mm-hmm.
And NASCAR also had one of its most dominant races in a while. Yeah. So on that end, there is not a whole lot to discuss. Palou went fast. Palou wins. Shocker.
Oh, wow.
Though Graham Rahal led the most laps, so victory for the field.
Yeah. But in the end, Palou is inevitable.
Yeah.
Even with a late caution finally coming out, no one could catch him.
Yeah. And I mean, if Graham Rahal's the guy taking the fight to Palou, oh God, we are screwed.
Yeah. Though, quick IndyCar aside, because I just want to do this because me and Steven talked about this yesterday. Hey, can we go over the fantasy of us?
Yes, we can.
I think this is a absolutely fascinating topic because Steven, you said something absolutely hilarious to me yesterday.
Yeah, so Sean is currently at 697 points and 263 ahead of me, who is in second.
Okay, how bad is it?
He has the top 4 drivers.
I have all 1, 2, 3, 4.
Unreal.
Now,
So how far behind am I?
you
Steven?
are 334 behind Sean and 71 behind me.
Okay.
Which, yeah, like
It's
this
not
all could have been.
awful.
I mean, it could have been avoided. If you have the first overall pick in an IndyCar, maybe take Alex Palou. Even if he doesn't win, he will probably be second, or maybe third.
Hilariously, we all passed on him first.
That is
Yes,
true.
but I think we had like a mild handshake of if we say Palou doesn't win this year, who is going to win?
That is fair.
Yes. That's
So,
because
I will-
our bold takes were like Palou wouldn't be champion.
And just
Yeah.
to
Alas.
go over my 4 that I have Palou.
Yep.
I have Pato Award.
Mhm.
I have Christian Lundgaard.
Right.
I have Kyle Kirkwood. I haven't lost, is what I'm saying. I have technically won every race and have had the guys who've been almost on the podium every single time.
That's just brutal.
I do not know how this year ends, and it probably will end terribly from this moment on. But
That's
at
why
this
I'm
point,
glad we're bringing it up.
in May 15th,
The year of our Lord, 2025.
sure, this is
And
the
our God-
greatest.
Yeah. By the way, our God is Alex Palou.
Okay, that's fair. Anyway, fantastic. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
not
wait-
talk about
just
let's
wait.
not talk about any of the other ones.
Yeah. Just wait till the ovals come in. Then maybe
Yeah,
he'll
that's
only
fair.
place 5th.
And back to ovals for NASCAR. Kyle Larson dominated at Kansas.
Yeah. I saw people
Yeah.
complaining about this, and I think it's just more the expectations that have been set upon Kansas these days.
That's fair.
Like
But-
they've had some banger races.
It wasn't like it was just a Larson runaway. Like Elliott was with him for a lot of the race too, and then blew it in the pit lane.
Yep.
And like, let's be honest, we're at a point in NASCAR this year where only 3 teams are winning anyway. It's a Hendrick team, it's a Gibbs team, it's a Penske team. So parity has not really been achieved with this car.
No. Well, yeah, it's literally NASCAR A, NASCAR B. That's your parity. There's parity within those 2 tiers.
Well, okay, anyone can win, arguably. Anyone can have good runs. But the guys who are winning just happen to all be from that team. Or those teams.
Yeah.
Like, we have multiple race winners from each of the teams. So, NASCAR is fun.
Like again, there's
IndyCar
some
is
parity.
fun. Let's just maybe not get into the details of how we get there. Not every race can be a banger. I've said that for the longest time. If
No,
every
and-
race is fantastic, then it ruins the actual great ones. But
Yes.
it's patterns that are the issue. Like for IndyCar, for most of the season, not having cautions is actually hurting the sport.
But we had a caution this week.
It didn't even affect anything.
No, it didn't.
But when you don't have the strategy variance, you don't have guys pushing because they got a hybrid system. You have a couple teams in NASCAR that obviously can put more development into these cars and get more out of them, as you're seeing in the big 3. You get these situations where, okay, it's looking rough right now. And if this continues, where do we go from here? Right now,
Yeah.
we're in the let's see how this plays out. Right? No one's making any drastic moves. No one's saying, hey, maybe for fun we should have like reverse grid, and by reverse grid just means Palou starts at the back.
Yeah.
That
feel like
might
he'd
be
still
fair.
win.
Honestly.
Palou sits in a go-kart. Everybody else gets their Indy car. He still plays his top 10.
Seriously.
Maybe he'd still win in a go-kart. Who knows? He could be that inevitable.
Yeah. Despite the bad races of the weekend, though, there were 2 absolute banger races, though. I know you guys don't know which one I'm talking. WEC and IMSA. IMSA at Laguna Seca.
Yes,
WEC at Spa. Oh my god. So, IMSA, you saw a great battle between Porsche and BMW. With, in the end, Porsche winning. Shocker. In WEC, you saw a great battle between Ferrari and BMW. So, and Ferrari won. So, bad weekend for BMW fans. But BMW, I think, gets the win out of the weekend for the pass through Eau Rouge they did on the Ferrari.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. I mean, any pass in Eau Rouge is going to draw attention, but that was a fun one.
But like, the racing was just so good. Like, for the lead of those races with the GTPs and the the hypercars, that's it for like it's such a good series. And if you actually look at the social media I guess clips coming out of IMSA and WEC, man, they will be the top dog in the next few years because people are loving what they're seeing. You can get behind a manufacturer. Yep. You can be a fan, like, you know, Taylor can be a fan of Ferrari for a winning team for once. No?
I don't know. I really like...
Who would your WEC team be?
My WEC team? Oh.
Or IMSA, same thing.
No, IMSA, I love Rexy. I'm always cheering for Rexy and like.
No, that's fair. Also, don't forget Rexy did not win this week. Rexy was replaced with Roxy and won. So
it was Roxy. Oh, I love Roxy too. Roxy/Rexy.
AO Racing is fantastic in the GT
They're
series.
also hilarious.
Yeah,
they're a hilarious social media team, so I love that too. In terms of WEC,
or just like the hypercar LMDH side of things, who's your manufacturer for that one?
I don't know if I have one, to be honest.
I think you should be a Cadillac fan.
Why should I be a Cadillac fan? Why?
So, what are some of your other teams you're fans of?
Ferrari,
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Because Cadillac is sad.
LA Chargers.
Okay.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Are going to win the Super Bowl this year, so listen, get off. Bye.
You are a fan of heartbreak. You know how to deal with it. You should be a Cadillac fan.
Wow. I know how to deal with heartbreak. Okay. Thank you.
Listen, you pick the shittiest teams to support. Or
what
sorry.
Are you okay, we can't. Okay.
Actually,
we're not having this
They're not
discussion.
shitty teams. You pick great teams that make it seem like they're actually going to finally accomplish something, and then they blow up. Perfect.
Cool. What did your team
Cadillac
do?
fan? Listen.
What did your team do?
What
did the Lions do when they had the opportunity?
Bro,
right. Okay.
I was a fan of the Lions when they were
you.
0-16. That's why I'm a fan of Aston Martin now. I like the teams that suck that get better.
So you should be a Cadillac fan then, because you can also deal with heartbreak.
Nah, I'll take the. I'll be a fan of the Alpines.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't see that one coming. Even worse.
Jeez.
But on the IMSA side, it's accurate for me.
Acura is pretty good, honestly. It's a good shout.
I could be a dick and just support the evil empire called Penske and Porsche, who just dominate.
What are the Iron Dames? Who do they run?
Lamborghini? Oh, I should be a Lamborghini fan.
You should be a Lamborghini fan. I'll always be
startup.
cheering for the Iron Dames.
Porsche.
They're Porsche now?
Porsche.
Ah. Anyway.
Porsche. Anyway.
What was that phase?
Oh, sorry. My Google thing went off. It keeps asking to connect to Wi-Fi.
Ah.
I mean, it's very weird when it talks to me and I don't talk to it.
That's fair. Anyway, Yeah, so that's kind of all that's kind of happened the last week or so.
So you really wanted to speed run this week, didn't you?
Well, we also have I do have one topic I do want to talk about, and that's going into this weekend.
Okay.
Because again, we have this weekend, so we have Imola and Indy 500 qualifying,
Which will be very interesting when I watch it on Monday.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. We're out at CTMP this weekend, so
Yeah, we have a holiday Monday, so
we do exactly
We do have a holiday Monday.
4-day
we can catch up.
weeks. So moving on, because again, gotta speedrun some of this. There isn't a whole lot to talk about, and I also want to have enough time to do the thing I want to talk about because I'm a selfish person.
Okay.
yes, we know.
Exactly. So, Imola this weekend. I'm expecting out of that race, it's going to be probably on the McLaren 1-2.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm delusional.
Perfect for a Cadillac fan.
No, I think Antonelli is going to get his first win in F1.
I was thinking Antonelli on the podium, so like I'm not too far off of
I don't know.
guess you're
Here's the
thinking, just
thing.
a little less Delulu.
I think the McLarens are going to take each other out in like the first corner. And then that'll be the right race for McLaren. And then Antonelli will be up there, and I think Lewis and Hamilton complete the podium because I'm delusional and I'm just going to lean into it.
We've been saying the McLarens are going to take each other out for like 3 races now.
Yeah, but if we keep saying it, it's bound to happen at one point in time. As Steven wears his McLaren hat.
It is
I
going
wish
to
ill.
happen, and I'm in like bright orange right now too. It's fine.
I'm
I think you
wishing
keep
ill
saying
on
it.
this team.
I like how you keep saying it. Norris can't keep up with Piastri. How are they going to crash? Is Piastri going to lap him?
True. Ooh, that's
Actually-
a deep dig.
Actually, I could see that happening.
I'm telling you, I think
Lando's
I
getting
think it's
super
the
pissed
one.
off.
Yep. I think he's gonna be a little bit of like a child about the fact that he's no longer the number one and he's not the golden boy there. And I think he's just gonna get really pissy about it. So I could totally see it. And like Lando, when he's under pressure and he feels like he's not making making the mark or whatever, I think he makes mistakes. And I think he takes both of them out. I think it's going to be on Lando, not on Piastri, but that's my prediction. And I will
can't
keep
remember-
predicting this until it happens.
I can't remember if we talked about this last week, so someone shut me up if we said this last week. I saw a thing where it was like Lando is becoming the Daniel Ricciardo to Piastri's Max Verstappen. And I was like,
think we did talk about that.
I was gonna say
Or
that
at
is
least
I think you definitely
Familiar.
said that. Yeah.
Mhm.
that's honestly becoming more and more accurate every race weekend.
Yeah, the guy that
Mhm.
thought he had the chance, thought once he became the top car would get a championship finally, only to be surpassed by a young guy who people didn't really think had that in them. Yeah, that's definitely the same situation. And Piastri is kicking his ass.
Yep.
But I really do think Imola will not be a fun race unless we get rain, which I don't think is in the forecast. Just because we know it's not a good overtaking track. It has one DRS spot. So qualifying is going to matter. If, this is a big if, for Taylor's Delulu, anyone is to win besides McLaren, they need to beat them in qualifying.
Yes.
And we've seen that in qualifying, you can beat McLaren. They are not the race pace. There's a massive gap, but the gap in qualifying is definitely a lot closer. Red Bull can take it. Mercedes can take it. If you even can have Ferrari touching the end of that, where you can get a situation where, let's say, you get both McLarens knocked off the front row. Well, now there's extra pressure from behind and the front. Then maybe you could have someone else win. But you're going to need to split the McLarens. You're going to make sure they can't nail the strategy. It is there. But I just don't see it. If McLarens get ahead at the start of the race, they're fucked. Them being the field. Like Piastri will drive off with this.
Yeah, your best case scenario is Piastri is like 4th or 5th, and Lando is maybe on the front row because Lando won't have a good start.
Yeah.
He's proven it. He can't start.
Yeah. Again, they just need to make a mistake or something in qualifying, and if get those guys in dirty air on a tight track with not many overtaking possibilities, then you have a chance of beating McLaren.
Also, 40% chance of rain on Sunday.
God. Is that rain or not? I don't know. Talking about this weekend with Taylor.
Probably not.
She said 40% means it's not going to rain.
Yeah, it won't.
You probably won't.
What's the vortex effect is the thing, right? Where cars going in a circle create allegedly create a channel of air or pushes weather away. Have you heard that one? It's an old NASCAR theory.
Oh, the
vortex effect.
Where the cars go around. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It hasn't been disproven by science yet. Maybe. I don't know.
Yes, I will continue to go to you for my science facts.
I was gonna make an RFK Jr. joke there, but it's really not worth it.
No, it's not.
Oh boy.
It is such low hanging fruit.
It is low hanging fruit.
That fruit has a worm in it.
Oh.
There we go.
Worm riddled.
Ooh. Yeah. So this week I've been watching a lot of the IndyCar testing. It's been a little slow at work. I get to watch it at the same time as working. It's been great. I've, watching it, split the field into a number of categories just from seeing what's happened. I want your thoughts on these categories. And I would like you to start placing guys who actually you would think in these categories. And we as a team, I think, can go over these categories, and then I can go my specific ones afterwards. Okay?
How many categories do you have?
4.
Okay, good.
The first category is the obvious one, which is contenders. Guys who, going into this weekend, should be qualifying in the top 9, will have a shot at winning the race. I don't think there's a lot of people in this category. It is guys who you really are heavy favorites, but they should be good. Historically,
And I guess that your groups are contenders, pretenders.
No.
Damn it.
Second one is dark horses.
Oh.
Okay. Always.
I was gonna say
horses.
contenders,
No.
pretenders, something, and then rear enders.
Oh fuck, that'd been a great one. Nope, damn it, I didn't have that. If you want to change this, Steven, on the fly, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm renaming these categories and then what we're gonna do. So
I'll give you my categories, and then you can tell me how you want to rename these.
Yeah.
Because the first one is gonna be the contenders, who is basically the guys who should win or be a favorite to win. Second one's gonna be dark horses, who are guys who you might not expect to win, but could be there fighting for the win at the end. The third one is miracles happen, which is guys who, from watching it, don't look out of place. They don't look like they shouldn't belong on the track. They're probably going to end up finishing in that 12 to 20 range. But maybe one of these guys could fire up into the top 3. So there's that. And my last one was thanks for showing up, or in the immortal words of the Happy Gilmore movie, better luck next year. So
Okay.
Steven, if you want to redo that, I do like the contenders. I like the rear enders. That's fantastic. I don't know what to do with the middle.
Well, Pretenders would. I don't know if that'd be Dark Horse, but I'll think about it. Just go. Continue. I'll think about this.
Contenders, showers, Pretenders.
Just continue.
Okay.
I'll think of names.
I don't know, but I was gonna say I want your guys' thoughts.
You have the ideas. I do the creative part.
Fair enough. Who do you guys think should be in the Contenders category? Who do you actually like? I don't know how much you guys have watched or pay attention to timings.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I legitimately have not seen anything.
there might be a tough one named Joseph Newgarden. Is he a contender?
You probably.
I had Penske as a
back-to-back
whole.
champion, back-to-back Indy 500 champion.
Like I think Newgarden has to be in there. I think McLaughlin has to be in there.
Yeah.
I want to say
I would just be like fast, but
Pallou's been also putting his times like top 10 times all week. Like he's looked good. Which if Palou wins the 500, I'll fucking lose it and just be like, what is this season? What bullshit is in this car?
Pato's almost won it twice now.
Yep.
So Pato would be up there in my mind.
Okay, so
Can't think of anybody else.
who could we agree on? We can 100% agree on Newgarden.
Mm-hmm.
We can agree on Palou, and we can agree on Award.
Yeah.
Do we think McLaughlin?
Yeah, I'd throw him up there. He's been proven to be good on ovals, and I mean Penske power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be good with throwing him up there too.
I'm risking putting Power up there because his times haven't actually looked all that great this week.
But Penske power,
exactly.
Guy who's done
historically,
before.
he's won before. It's Penske. Like, there's a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I don't know if you put that in the second tier or top tier. Actually,
I almost feel like you need different categories in this middle area. Like, I like your dark horse option. I feel like you need to have dark horse is guy who could do it, but probably won't. That would be like your Alexander Rossi's, your Connor Daly's.
That's exactly. Actually, I have Daly and Miracles happen, but yeah, that's exactly like the kind of guy.
Daly's proven to be a good Indy 500 driver,
but he's not with the same team.
That's true.
That's why I'm thinking less than that. Because you also got to think of who's the team with now, right?
Yeah. Well, he was top 5, practice 3, top 4, or top 3, practice 4. So he's speeding up through the week.
Okay. Better way we can also do this too. If we keep the 4 categories, let's go through the driver's standings and just say where you'd put them at this point based on going into the qualifying weekend.
Okay.
Would that be a little bit easier?
Probably easier.
Okay. So starting at the top, obviously Alex Palou.
Yep. Contender,
100%. Second in standings, Kyle Kirkwood.
I feel like he's sort of like in between Dark Horse and Miracles.
Here we go. Okay, I have the second category. It's Contender, Just Sender.
Okay.
That's for that level of the guys who might not make it, but if they just send it, they can get it.
Sure, we'll go with it.
Yeah. Don't crash her. Rear ender. There's a little bit of innuendo on the last one, not gonna lie.
That's the point.
Okay, well, I think that is that a good one? Contender.
Sure. Go with it.
I would put Kirkwood. I'm thinking the Just Sender.
Yeah, I think. See, this is where I would almost throw him in like a pretender because he's shown to be quick this year. I don't know how he's going to look on the oval. Like, what's his?
Okay, let's add a 5th category. Let's go Pretender in between Just Sender and Don't Crasher.
Yeah, because like, where is he? Actually, where is he?
For what?
Where is Captain?
The times?
Like, Yeah, like he was 16th practice 4. He was 18th and 19th.
Yeah.
Like he's not showing high oval speeds.
Yeah.
Not that that's all you need to win, but it does help.
Okay, so we'll put in the third category. Right?
Okay. Yep.
So Kirkwood is a pretender.
Yep.
Should be fast, currently isn't showing it. Christian Lundgaard.
Ooh. He's an interesting one because the McLaren should show up here. That one I almost feel like just send her or don't crash her.
I'm thinking pretender. I'll put her right in the middle. Put him right in the middle.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, because I agree. He could go just send her or don't crash her. And I feel like on that note, if that's
like
the
it's
case,
tricky too.
Middle.
Yeah. Like he doesn't have a long
History.
Yeah, like a long oval history, so you can't really say how he's going to show up. Oh, okay. Never mind. This is his 4th Indy 500. I did not have... And he's done decent, too. Starts at the back, like back 2 rows, has finished 18th, 19th, 13th.
The 13th is impressive.
From 28th.
Noted, he is driving for Rahal, who has historically sucked at qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
Just send her?
Yeah. If I could just send it.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Pato, we said contender.
Yep.
Yes.
McLaughlin, contender.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Dixon. He's looked good.
I know, but he has such terrible luck at the 500.
I'd put him in contender with how he's looked so far to start. And
hopeful contender. How about can we have like a subcategory?
It's either contender.
I really wish the best for him.
Listen, we can't subcategorize everything. We gotta have it stop somewhere.
Fine. We'll do contender. Asterisk. I hope the best.
Contender if curse doesn't prevail.
Correct.
Obviously.
That's okay. There we go.
Because the curse part makes me also want to put him under just sender. Just send it. Go get it.
Yeah. But I think he has looked strong enough to be a contender, is my thinking.
Yeah. And realistically, he probably will be at the very least top 10, top 12.
Yeah. And last one we've already talked about, willpower. Just sender or contender?
Just sender. That's the willpower way.
Yeah, that's fair. So, because we talked about all of them, I want to talk about one before we go the rest of the standings. Kyle Larson.
Don't crash her.
Don't crash her.
Really? You think he's a don't crash her?
I just don't. I think there are others who are stronger.
I'm pretty sure he's one of the betting favorites.
Of course he is, because people want to see it.
Oh, okay. You know
but
what?
He's not necessarily like. He's not, I don't know, fabulous.
He has the 4th highest odds.
Interesting.
I kind of want to say either pretender or don't crash her. Or just send her. Somewhere in those, like, know what? Now that I say it, just send her or pretender. Either fucking go do it or.
I think he's a just sender.
I could get behind that. Like. Especially after how last year just everything went wrong in terms of trying to do the double. Yeah, I'm okay with that, personally.
Just sender?
Yeah.
Okay. Onwards. Felix Rosenquist.
Side note. One of the best liveries. There's another one, but one of the best liveries with the Creed
The
series.
Creed livery?
Yes.
Agreed.
Oh.
This one we can make a subcategory for of just Creed.
Creed.
So what do you think for Froro? Or what is it?
Take him higher. Come on!
Oh, it's a Creed reference. God damn it. Okay.
Are you serious?
I hate that I missed that. I'm like,
Wow,
I haven't even
man.
said what he
hope
is
you
yet. What do
feel
you mean?
shamed.
No, yeah, I need to go commit seppuku.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? That actually hurts my soul.
That hurts my soul. I want to die.
Oh,
what's
the
worse,
thing
Steven?
is I don't even listen to Creed.
No, you shouldn't have said that right there. But anyway, it's okay.
Oh well.
We can all
That's
suffer.
okay.
Group hug. Arms wide open.
Okay.
Okay, I made it back. I want to say for Rosenquist, Pretender.
Okay. How come?
I don't think he hasn't looked very impressive to start out. I don't know if they're going to be again, Meyershank historically has been historically they've had one good year with Castroneves. I don't think they have the greatest qualifying. It's a Honda, and I think we know Chevys are better than Honda at Indy. I don't know, I feel like a lot goes against him. I don't see him as a contender. I don't think he'll be in a position to go for it. I think he'll finish 9th to 15th.
You don't think he has the chance of doing it?
He might crack in the top 9. Might crack into it. But I don't think so.
So you want to say Pretender?
Well, how many do we have in our contender list?
5.
Yeah, that sounds about. I feel like 5 is the contenders. I feel like you should have 5 close to the just senders kind of thing. I don't see him as a just sender.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm almost wondering now if we should switch where Pretender and Just Sender are, because Pretender I feel like should be right behind the Contenders. Almost. Of they should do well. Here's why they won't. Whereas Just Sender should be they probably won't do well, but if they do, just send it.
See, my thinking of Just Sender is it's someone that should finish in the top 10 based on how they've looked, and if they absolutely go for it, they can win it.
Yeah.
Again, I think who do we say? Kyle Kirkwood is like that. He's with Andretti. That should be a top 10 car. They should be up there and have a chance to win in theory. Do I think it's highly likely? No. So I think if he just sender, I think pretenders are people that think they can compete and go for a win, but just aren't going to actually be there in the end. I feel like this broke Steven.
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel
confused.
I feel like pretender is too derogatory. You can't call someone a pretender that came in 3rd.
Yeah.
Pretender to me is just very much I don't know. It's showy, but we know they're not going to finish well.
Yeah. Like a Marco Andretti.
Ferrucci.
Oh.
Ferrucci to me is a pretender. He always qualifies well, but
I'd put him in just sender.
Ugh, no, I don't want to be that nice to him.
But like we've seen him, he can be up there and go for it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe he is more pretender where he can run well, but not actually be there to close.
Can't finish.
Yeah. Okay, fine. We can throw Ferrucci there. Are we agreeing with Rosenquist too? Pretender, like.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Colton Herta.
Just sender.
I think
You
so.
gotta just
Sender.
go.
Yeah, I agree.
I think almost all the Andretti's are kind of that just sender.
Yeah.
I would knock Ericsson down to pretender, but he is 1 of 500, which I think gives him a little more into the just sender category.
Yeah, he can be
A little
like
ink.
a kind of just sender, but we don't hope for a lot.
Yeah. Rinus VK.
Oh, that's a tough one. Especially because he had such a good showing at the last race in Alabama. I feel like he's almost in a just sender.
I think he's a just sender too. Driving for Dale Coyne, he's put up some good looking numbers. He's looked comfortable out there. The car seems to be going in the right direction.
And he's done historically well.
He has done historically well in Indy. Like, granted, that was with ECR, but Dale Coyne's also been good in Indy. So yeah, are we going just sender for Rinus VK and Dale Coyne?
I think so.
Sure.
I
Why
think
not?
they can be a top 10 car.
That's a take.
Is it?
A little bit. Maybe not. You know what? Maybe not.
Next on the list, Alexander Rossi.
I feel like he's in the just sender too.
I think he is.
How he's
I
how
don't
he's done
think
this year.
he's in. I don't think he's enough to be in contender, but I would put him first in the line right now of just sender.
Fair enough. Okay.
He's looked strong. He was doing some moves today. Him and Rasmussen, like obviously Ed Carpenter guys. My bold prediction going into the 500 weekend of qualifying is Ed Carpenter finally gets a 500 win. It's not going to be himself, but it's one of his cars.
Interesting.
Rossi and Rasmussen have actually looked so strong this weekend. Or not this weekend. This week through the initial testing.
And this, like, just this season in general.
Yeah.
Where's Ras?
He's 17th in points.
No, but where's he? Okay, so he was 11th in practice one.
He also almost hit the wall today, and well, he did hit the wall, but he caught. I don't know if you saw his today.
Yeah,
like he's looking comfortable, and if you're putting up cars who are in the 225s and doing those kind of numbers, I think that's encouraging for you. Yes, there's toes, yes, there's stuff like that, but you're able to hang on to the car at that. But then I look at some people who can't get their car to do a consistent four corners over 220. That's concerning. So Rossi, we're saying just sender.
Just sender. Yeah, but this group is just gonna be massive.
I don't really see many more going in this group, to be honest.
Okay.
Newgarden we had as
we already said
contender. Graham Rahal.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one.
Ooh.
Graham Rahal, as Steven said, gave Palou a run for his money last race, coming into the 500.
It's an odd one.
Rear ender.
A rear ender?
He has not looked comfortable. He got bumped last year.
Oh, right. Yes.
And he was not that good the year before.
I mean, I feel like it's
yeah.
to say the 500's probably not his race.
Steven, what was his best lap today?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't see the times?
Let's see. I had switched over because I was checking what his record was. He was dead last
today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was his time?
219.
So you couldn't go.
Yeah.
You couldn't go your car 4 corners over 220. Tomorrow is Fast Friday.
Yeah.
I have no faith in Graham Rahal to not be on the bubble to get bumped again.
So he was
So,
26th,
rear ender.
17th, and then dead last.
That's
That's
not
how his
good.
practice rate. And so just like, again, his last couple starts, last, did not qualify. 21st,
Again.
18th. Random 8th where he finished 3rd in 2020. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, don't crash her or rear ender. Rear ender.
I think he's a rear ender.
Back of the pack you go.
Marcus Armstrong.
He's an odd one. So for some weird reason, I want to say he's going to do better than I think he's going to do.
I'd put him as in a don't crasher.
Fair.
Started 16th last year but with Chip.
Exactly.
why.
Now he's with Meyer Shank.
But Meyer Shank is not the worst team to be with here.
They were carried 1 year by Castroneves. Come on.
That's true.
With a person
Okay,
that was
don't
Castroneves was the partnership with. Was it Andretti maybe? Someone.
Either way.
But yeah.
Yeah, don't crash her. Seems about right. Could break either way.
Santino
right,
Ferrucci, we said.
Already said
Yep. That was
sender.
just sender.
Or sorry, pretender.
Oh yeah, Pretender. Yeah, sorry.
Pretender.
Yes, Pretender. Marcus Ericsson.
Just
We already put him in just
Yep.
sender.
Christian Rasmussen.
I feel like he's right next to Rossi.
I think he is
In-
too.
Just sender.
I think he's the last guy I'd comfortably put in just
It's a
sender.
very big group. There's a lot of just senders.
Is it? How many are just senders, Steven?
We
Is
have
it like
At least it
six?
feels like it.
8.
8.
Oh.
Lundgaard,
okay.
Power, Larson, Herta, Eriksson, VK, Rossi, Rasmussen.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
But again, it's a group of guys that you think could do well if they like perform right to their limit.
Yeah. Nolan Siegel, the last of the McLarens.
I feel like
Hmm.
anything below pretender for McLaren is a little rough, but
Honestly, I'd put him in Don't Crasher.
yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
Don't Crasher.
You're still young. You failed to make it last year. Remember, he was one who wrecked out?
Yeah.
Yep.
'Cause
Right.
He
yeah.
just sent it and didn't hold on. So I'd put Siegel as
Yeah.
Don't Crasher.
Yeah, he's gonna limit himself and like mentally to
Yeah.
not put a car in a
Mhm.
wall.
David Malukas.
Next. Ooh,
Hmm.
probably don't crash her.
I'm thinking Pretender.
Maybe.
You have the Foyt cars, which we know are fast.
Right.
So I feel like in theory he could show speed, but I don't think he'll be up there really. I'm gonna go with Pretender if I think Malukas. I don't know. Do you guys think Pretender or Don't Crasher?
I don't know. I think Pretender makes sense. You make a good case for it. He could be up there. Hold on. What was his times? What was his time? I mean, he was 6th in practice 3.
12th in practice 1.
That sounds like someone that could be a
9.
9th.
Pretender.
Yeah.
9th in practice 4.
Yeah.
So
Seeing
yes,
that.
Pretender.
Can make the argument for just sender, but I don't think he's there.
No.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't race the 500. Has he raced the 500?
He's raced
Yes.
it twice. He started
Okay.
both times with Dale Coyne. He started 13th, finished 16th, and then started 23rd, finished 29th. So nothing
Yeah,
overly
Pretender.
strong.
Pretender?
Not a strong performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, to finish off the top 20 in the standings, Kevin Simpson.
Bryce, you don't already have him down as a contender in pen.
I'm surprised you're not like delusionally
he's a
gonna win the
don't-crasher.
500.
I think
Yes,
he'll.
he's also a
I think
don't-crasher.
he's a guy who will be in the back end of the thing. I think he still has support from Ganassi, so I think he'll make the race. He'll probably be in the 20th, like 19th to 25th qualifying.
Yep.
Now, before we go to the back of the grid for IndyCar, I want to do some Indy 500 one-offs.
Okay.
Takuma Sato.
Pretender. 'Cause
Pretender.
He looked quick, but
He looked quick in the practices beforehand, the early
Yeah.
testing. Then he
Yeah.
wrecked his car, and he hasn't looked quick since.
yep.
So yeah,
They have,
I'd go
like, when they
Pretender.
dial it back in.
Yeah. Castro Neves.
Pretender. I don't think he can put a multi-time winner lower than that.
Agreed. I don't.
Mm.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to do with that team. But I'd definitely go Pretender.
Yep.
Ed Carpenter.
Again, Pretender. Like, I know he hasn't won it, but
He'll have pace. He'll show fast. But yeah,
he always
But I
he's
don't think
he's
he'll win,
he's like
though.
a Farouk. Like, I almost wanna
honestly.
throw-
Oh, you know what?
you want to put him in just Cinder, don't you?
No.
No,
I want to put him in rear ender.
really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Why?
His best times so far are his best time today was 2:20.
Oh, that's not great.
No.
Oof.
He has not shown good speed.
But again, I feel like he's always finds a way, and I feel like every year it's he doesn't look great this year, and he still ends up.
Oh, sorry. Yesterday's time was 2:20. Today he was where was he today? Man, still 25th. He's still towards the back. I'm gonna put him in I think he should be rear ender.
I'd almost say don't crash her.
Okay,
But-
no, don't crash her. It's
Because
your own,
again, I
it's your own
feel-
car.
Yeah. I just feel like any lower than that is like, what are we doing? All right, next.
The last of the old guys. Can't believe I'm saying that one. Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Who's he racing with this year?
He is with what are they called? Shoot. Who the heck is it? Damn it.
Looking at his times, and that is something.
Yes. Sorry, distracted by the cat. So he is racing for Dreyer Reinbold.
His times look good. Like, he was 5th today. 224.
Man, Dreyer Reinbold's so hard to predict.
Mm-hmm. I almost want to say,
Don't Crasher or Pretender?
yeah.
Mm.
Which one?
I almost want to say don't crash her, but I don't know if you can. Like, he was beating out Palou, Herta, Rasmussen, Malukas,
Again,
McLaughlin,
did he get a
Rossi.
good toe, or is that just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't crash her. Fuck it.
He only did 35 laps today.
Okay.
That also makes it seem like it's not as good. If he was pumping out lots of laps, That'd be different. So.
Okay, next.
Marco Andretti.
Don't Crasher.
Yeah, I was gonna say Don't Crasher.
Yeah, don't Crasher.
I don't think he'll
That
be
was
near the
my
front.
instinct.
Yeah. So.
Next.
Next one is sorry, I'm gonna pull it up. Jack Harvey.
Don't Crasher?
Rear ender.
Rear ender? Okay.
Commentating
I think
from the
either
rear
or.
end.
Like, at this
Yeah.
point, we're getting into the names that are kind of like semi-relevant in the 500. Like, they're just down there, and it's like,
Yeah, it's like guys
your best?
who made it. Yeah, like the last few are gonna be, yeah.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
All right, rear ender.
Connor Daly.
I feel like he has to be like pretender.
I was thinking Pretender.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, hasn't he been kind of fast?
He has
He
been.
put up a fast time today.
He was third today. Did
Yeah.
71 laps.
Okay, so Pretender, I
And-
think, is good.
He's got him and Ed Carpenter have the hometown hero effect. It almost
Yep.
seems like they just show up. But he's, I don't know, Daly a little bit younger, and he races these one-offs all the time. And they again, who did they bring in when they said, do we want to keep Grosjean, or do we want to try and get some points on in some ovals?
Daly.
Let's bring in the oval merchant.
Yeah. Okay, so Pretender.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stingray Rob.
Rear ender.
I was gonna say Don't Crasher.
Sure.
No,
Let's see either.
Don't Crasher or rear ender. Stingray Rob? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe rear ender. He only did 44 laps today. He had a good time. He was up there in 12th, but is that confidence in the car to only go 44 laps?
Runs on prayer.
Yeah. Louis Foster.
Who?
He had some randomly like good speed in one of these.
I do not know this name, so I'm going to go with...
He has raced every single race this year, Taylor.
What?
Yep.
For
Was-
who?
He is racing for Dale Coyne? Nope, he's Rahal. Sorry. Rahal.
Interesting. Cool.
He was 11th fastest yesterday.
Yep.
Pretender, maybe?
No.
Rear ender?
Rookie.
Don't Crasher?
Rear ender.
I was just- yeah, I
Don't
was gonna say
Crasher. One of the two. No.
The thing I did not mention after I said he was 11th fastest, he was also bottom third for the other two practices. So
Yeah. But again, it is Rahal. We know they don't qualify well. So he's a rear ender. Honestly, him, Foster, rear ender. Robert Schwartzman,
I feel like rear ender.
rear ender. Devlin DiFrancesco.
Rear ender.
Yeah. Callum Ilott. Don't Crasher.
Don't Crasher.
I think he's a little bit better than
I
those,
can't-
like those guys.
I can't bring myself to say that about Ilott. I love Ilott. Don't
know.
Crasher.
I think he's a little better. Again, he's the best of, I feel like he'll be like the worst of the Don't Crashers, but the best of the rear enders.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's done the 500 before, right? He's not terrible at it, right? What's his history? Okay, yeah, he finished 11th last year, 12th before with the Yunkos. So yeah, you know what? I think he's a Don't Crasher. The issue is it's Prema, and they're having their issues.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
gonna be the biggest thing. They were supposed to have Michael Cannon. I feel like if they had Michael Cannon, it's a slightly different story.
Yeah.
This team I feel like is gonna be a mess on the ovals.
Finally,
Otherwise, I don't.
Nope.
I was gonna say I would almost be willing to put him in like a pretender category.
Yeah.
But
finally, Jacob Abel.
he goes in that special creed category with Rosenquist because the Miller High Life livery is amazing.
It
it is
is.
sad that it's gonna be at the back of the field.
Yeah, it's a great throwback to. Was it Danny Sullivan's?
Yeah.
And yeah, he's you know what? It's gonna be even worse when that car gets bumped.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Did not even
Oh.
consider
The
that.
bum.
Ooh. So yeah, he's a re-render. And
Yeah.
that's all 33.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel like isn't there 34 cars?
Yeah, there is 34, sorry.
What are you missing?
Wait, do we have everyone or no?
I feel like we have everyone.
Yeah, we've gone through everything, I thought.
Yeah, never mind.
Thank you.
35.
There we go.
Hang on, how? How do I have 35? IndyCar is showing that there's 34 cars. What the fuck? Not everybody run practice today?
Anyway.
Odd.
And I will ask you guys for one last thing. Prediction for pole for the 500.
Ooh. Polo. Pole, but doesn't win.
Ooh.
Joseph Newgarden.
Okay.
He gets the pole, doesn't win.
I'll say award.
Okay.
Well, pole doesn't win.
Pole doesn't come second to Newgarden again.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
At that point,
That's brutal.
At that
That's
point,
brutal.
I think award should be on Suicide Watch.
Yeah.
Like if you come second again, dude.
Ugh, for the third time, for the third year in a row.
Maybe that's why we don't hear about Carlos Munoz anymore.
Oh no. We're not starting this investigation again.
He came second twice, I think, also. So
Maybe
but yeah,
that's it.
I
stopped myself before I said something
Yep.
really bad.
There you go. Anyway, yeah. So that's kind of what we got. We're in the month of May. It's a great time. Got a bunch of races happening. So let's go. Anything to add, guys, before we finish up?
Nope,
I
time to
think
pack for
that's
the
it.
track.
We got to pack for the track because, yep, we're there tomorrow. Well, I am. Someone's going to a spa, apparently, but okay. Real team player.
I need the spa. Okay.
Fair enough. Okay. If I die, it's Taylor's fault. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this week's episode. We'll be back next week to talk all things motorsports. Please give us a like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Tell all your friends about it. And yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and follow the show on Twitter at Spare Parts Racing. That's Spare Parts RACIN, and on TikTok at Spare Parts Pod. Follow the hosts at Sean Chavarella, at Stephen Clary, and at Tay Moore.